About 4 years ago, I was living in New York City and I was an incredibly lonely and frustrated individual. And a huge realization has hit me, and that is that I've never felt such immense peace and inner contentment since I can remember as an adult. I believe the reason is largely thanks to having met the shaman Rudá Iandé. So in today's video, I'm going to share my top 3 perspectives that I've learned, that I've implemented into my own life, that I believe if you also implement can have massive change for you as well. I'm also going to take you to the top of this mountain, which is in Chiang Mai, Thailand. It's a beautiful mountain. I often go running up there, and I'm going to time today's trip so that we can see the sunset while also getting a view of the city. So stick with me so you can see the sunset too. And I also can't wait to share these 3 perspectives with you along the way. Here's my trusty scooter that's going to take us to the top of the mountain. Isn't she a real little beaut? Let's get this journey started. Well, I'm halfway up and the view is already incredible. It looks like with all the clouds we're going to get an absolutely incredible sunset. So before I begin with the 3 perspectives by Rudá that I've learnt, what I mean when I say that I am feeling fulfillment and contentment now is that it was very different 4 years ago. I was someone living in New York who was constantly frustrated. I constantly needed to be in control of everything going around me. I thought I had to keep on dreaming big to achieve and to be successful and to have that kind of validation. I think I ended up living other people's dreams and not my own. I didn't have that deep sense of contentment within, and I didn't have the strength to assert myself, to set my boundaries and to live life according to my own terms. It's very different now. Already I'm living in Chiang Mai at the moment, between here and Saigon. I've got my brothers around me, I'm meeting my family in a few weeks, and I feel like my goals are much more humble. I feel like I can live in a state of uncertainty. I can connect with the mystery of life. So who is Rudá Iandé? I met him 4 years ago in New York. Rudá is someone who works as a shaman or a life coach or a business coach with honestly world-renowned artists, corporate executives, but most importantly, everyday people just like me. He only takes on 10 clients a year. And what he teaches is a very profound and counterintuitive perspective about how to live life and connect with your deeper nature, the deeper life force within, so you can unlock it, so you can break through concepts that are limiting you, so you can stop living according to the expectations of others. He's a very humble man. He'll never tell you, but some of the people that he works with are truly incredible people. For example, the performance artist Marina Abramovich went to Brazil to specifically work with Rudá and his wife Denise. Thanks to Rudá, I actually met Marina in Sydney once, and she photobombed me for this Instagram photo. That was a lifetime highlight, meeting her thanks to Rudá. But it's not so much about the prestige of the people he works with, it's the perspective that Rudá has developed over the course of 30 years of being a shaman and learning ancient techniques and applying them to modern day people and modern day circumstances. And that's why we've created the Out of the Box workshop, which I'm going to tell you about soon. But I wanted to introduce Rudá to you so I can now move into the 3 counterintuitive perspectives that I've embraced that I think you could too. But before I do this, I'm racing to get up to the top so we can get there for the sunset. I know it's going to be amazing. I always feel it at this time of the day as the light starts to change. It's going to be wonderful. So I'm riding along and it has started absolutely bucketing down with rain. I'm drenched. So I've decided to change the plan a little bit, and I want to share a different insight that I learned from Rudá than I was actually going to share, and that is that you need to stop and enjoy the journey. Your goals aren't about getting you to a particular destination. The goals you have in life come from your values, come from a deeper connection with who you are. And it's really important, certainly to achieve your goals in life. That's how we get by. But along the way, you also need to stop and enjoy the process, to be part of the process, so that life can spring forth from within. So what I've done here to enjoy this journey and not be so fixated on making it up for the sunset, which is what I wanted to show you. My value really was to show you something special along the way, to show you something spectacular. And look what I've found. The rain has brought me here out of nowhere. It's a beautiful temple. There's absolutely no one here. I am all alone enjoying the wonderful rain in the midst of this mountain. Here's my keys and glasses, and it's a truly special moment, a truly special place, and I'm really happy to have shared that with you. And that's come because I let go of my fixation on achieving the goal, managed to roll with the moment in some way and adapt, and here we are. I hope you've enjoyed this special moment. I'm finding it very special. But now we're going to continue the journey because I still do want to make it for that sunset. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to continue the journey. It's absolutely bucketing down, but really, what's wrong with rain? Rain is actually quite nice. I don't mind, I'm already wet. I might as well keep on going. I've made it halfway up. I'm absolutely drenched, but there's a break in the rain and you can see this incredible view already. This gorgeous, gorgeous part of the world. The second insight I want to share is just a brief one. It is that I used to try to be perfect all of the time. And the standards by which I defined myself were always other people's standards. I used to try to be so good at university. I achieved a little bit of academic success, but whose standards were they? They were other people's standards. I achieved some business success when I was a management consultant, but it was always other people defining what was successful, and I was trying to live according to other people's expectations. And then I realized if I'm trying to be so perfect all the time and always trying to achieve, whose standards are they? Who gets to define what perfection is? Rudá helped me to slow down and start to look within and start to really search for what those standards really are that I wanted to apply to my own behaviors and my own actions. And it was one of the greatest shifts I've ever been through. It took time. I didn't realize it was happening at the time. It's taken a lot of years to go by to look back and see the changes. But now I feel like I'm living according to my own terms, my own standards, and I feel like I'm imperfect all of the time, but I no longer care. I thought I'd made it. There's a final hurdle, an incredible staircase. This is definitely today's leg workout. Made it to the top, and it brings me to the third and final insight. You see, I used to believe that I was so special and unique, but now I realize that that's absolutely not the case. You see, when I believed that I was so special, that's what contributed to my loneliness. I felt like my problems were unique to my specific circumstances, to who I was. It created a victim mentality. It wasn't explicit. It wasn't clear that I was a victim, but I kind of felt that deep down. When things weren't going my way, I started to blame the external world. Because I was so special, why couldn't my big dreams get manifested into reality? There was that huge separation between who I wanted to be, the kind of perfection that I defined for myself based on external standards, and where I was right now. What I started to do was to let go of this idea that I was so special and so unique, and I started to feel a much greater connection with people around me. I could actually form parts of communities. I could feel a connection with all of the people in all of the parts of the world that I traveled to, and I felt like our problems are actually quite common across many of us. We face very similar challenges, and that's how we start to connect in very powerful ways. We start to face our challenges together, and that's how we collectively come up with our solutions. You see, I think we're really special human beings in terms of our ability to be creative, but we're at our creative best when we connect with others, and what that requires is letting go of our ego, letting go of that idea that we're so special, and starting to connect with others in powerful ways from a humble perspective when you're not so special but you're part of the common whole. You see, I learnt this by embracing my connection with nature, which is what Rudá Iandé is so consistently committed to, his connection with nature, that he is an outgrowth of nature, and by connecting with the nature that exists within all of us, that's when these insights can start to take root and become very special in our lives. Take a look around at this incredible view, this incredible, well, the sun's only beginning to set, but you can see the magic that exists all around us. I used to feel like I was here to dominate, to conquer, but now I feel like a tiny little piece of a greater whole of the mystery and the magic of nature. I feel much more connected to everyone around me. It's a very special experience. These are 3 of the insights I've learned from Rudá Iandé that I've managed to apply into my life, and I feel so much more inner peace and contentment to feel this kind of connection with my deeper nature and with people all around me. Well, now I'd like to invite you to join me and Rudá on a journey with the Out of the Box online workshop. It's a 12-week program beginning October 4th. It's where Rudá has put together 30 years worth of his knowledge and techniques and tricks to help you live a life out of the box. We're forming a small group of 30 people so we can come together in a cyber tribe of people that will support each other in this journey. If you're interested in learning more and being in touch with me about it, please click the link in the description below and I will send you an email with more information. You can reply to it. I will help you learn all about Out of the Box, what's on offer, what to expect, how to get involved, how to join the community. I really hope you can join us and that you can have a similar experience that I've had, that of course is going to be very different and unique to you. I've stopped halfway down to capture the sunset over Chiang Mai. The sun's on the other side of the mountain, but here it is. It's really beautiful. If you liked this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more like it. Leave me a comment so we can get in a conversation with each other, and make sure you click in the link in the description below so you can find out more about Out of the Box and join Rudá Iandé and me on this journey.